Hello again, music students and family. Mr. Whitman here for what is going to be our final music lesson together this year. As we discussed last week, starting next Monday, Mr. Whitman is going to be teaching first grade at Armstrong. Now, I have been told by the principals that this is going to be just a one-year thing and that next year I can go back to teaching music class. And if that's not the case, I will write a very strongly worded letter to our governor or congressman or Super Nintendo Ingold. Somebody will get a strong letter from me if I can't go back to teaching music. But starting next Tuesday, you should be getting a music lesson in your Loom box from Mrs. Moyer. Mrs. Moyer is our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade music teacher, and she is going to be taking over music lessons for Mr. Whitman. So look forward to music lessons from her every Tuesday. Now, as for our goal today, step number 1, we are going to be reviewing and singing through the song we started working on last week. What is your language? And we'll talk about those different languages that we learned from the different parts of the world. I would also then like to start adding some of the silly languages that got sent to me by students all week long. Boy, do we have some good suggestions sent to me. And we had some really goofy ones too. Yeah, we'll talk about it. After we are done working on our song, you can also stick around to see another brand new magic trick. This will be our last one that we'll get to do on our videos, but some lucky first graders that have me for a first grade teacher might be getting to see some magic tricks every week. But don't you worry, kindergartners and first graders. Stick around, and next year we get back to more singing songs and playing games and seeing magic tricks in music class. Before we get on to our song today, I do want to say a thank you for sticking with us through some of our technical glitches at the beginning of this school year. The first week, I shared my video from Loom, which is where I created the video, and those servers were not too great. So week 2, I put my video on YouTube, and it seems my videos are blocked on YouTube to a lot of people. In fact, just today, every video that I could click on YouTube at school would play. The only videos I could find that would not play at school was Mr. Whitman's. I talked to the tech people. I have no idea what's going on. But what I'm going to do this week is send out a whole bunch of links, everything I can possibly think of to send this video out. You're going to have connected to this lesson. So hopefully you guys have found me. Hopefully you guys are watching Mr. Whitman. And my screensaver behind me is making my face flash funny colors. Do you see that? Oh, no, it went away. Anyway, we're going to start singing a song. Stick around. I'm going to get my guitar ready. Let's get to singing. Last week we were working on a song called What Is Your Language? And it was all about learning a word in a different language that was not our own. Do you remember what the word was that we were working on in different languages? Go ahead if you can say it. The word was yes. I'm going to sing the song one time using the word yes. If you remember, you can sing along with me. But as we usually do in music class, if you don't remember the song the first time when we're reviewing, it's okay to just sit and listen the first time. So our song, What Is Your Language? Goes like this.
Your language, please tell me now. My language is English. This is the way it sounds. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes.
As we discussed last week, the language that we speak is not called American. The language that we speak is called English. And the way that we say yes in English is, of course, we say yes. You guys know how to speak English. But remember, we had a quiz last week, so let's see if you remember. Do you remember the whole name of our country that we live in? the United States of America. And just like we say the pledge every day, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. That's the name of our country that we live in. And in this country, we have 50 different United States. What's the name of the state that you live in? Illinois. Our state is Illinois. And then in this big state, you live in a city. What is the name of the city that you live in? That is East Peoria. You live in the city of East Peoria. You live in the state of Illinois. And you live in the country of the United States of America. And what's the name of the whole big planet that you live on? Do you know the name of that? That is Earth. We live on planet Earth. You know, just like the earth under your feet, that ground. That's called Earth. But the name of our whole planet is called Earth. We live on the planet Earth. So let's practice our words first before we get started. I'm going to say the words in a pattern. I want you to listen. And then when I say it's your turn, I want you to move your lips with me. If you know the words, though, you can say the words. But I do want you to at least move your lips to practice saying them. My turn first. What is your language? Please tell me now. Your turn. What is your language? Please tell me now. My turn. My language is English. This is the way it sounds. Your turn. My language is English. This is the way it sounds. What is your language? Please tell me now. My language is English. This is the way it sounds. Let's sing that together. But not that fast. What is this? Honk, honk, rattle, rattle? No, this is not a super speed song. 1, 2, here we go.
What is your language? Please tell me now. My language is English. This is the way it sounds.
Now remember, we sing the whole beginning of the song again, but we scoop out all the words, and instead of those words, we say, yes, 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 yes. Then we take a pause, we take a break, we let our voice rest. In music, when you don't play your instrument, or you don't sing with your voice and you are waiting, that's called a rest. So we rest, and our voice is quiet, and we should hear nothing. And then you watch Mr. Whitman's head.
Yes, 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 yes.
Let's put this all together, but this time we're going to travel across the ocean to the country of France. And who remembers what language they speak in French? I almost said it. In France. It kind of sounds like France. They speak French. You know, like French toast or French dressing. And to say yes in French, we say oui. We kind of push our lips out a little bit. Oui. Because we're fancy. So we're going to say, my language is French. This is the way it sounds. Oui, 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 oui. Like we're fancy Frenchies. All right, here we go. Sing it with me. Sing a song. 1, 2, here we go.
What is your language? Please tell me now. My language is French. This is the way it sounds. Oui, 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 oui. Oui, 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 oui.
Now we're going to travel to the country that is right underneath our country on the map. Does anybody remember what is the country that looks like it's right underneath us on a map? It touches our country. That's called Mexico. And in Mexico, they speak Spanish. And to say yes in Spanish, we say sí. Does anybody remember the really difficult way to say the word no in Spanish? That's right, it sounds like this. No. Yes. No. Sí. No. Now you know 2 Spanish words, but you might know hola. That's how you say hello. Hola. My language is Spanish. This is the way it sounds. Then we're going to get into some of those goofy languages. 1, 2, here we go. What is your language? Please tell me now. My language is Spanish. This is the way it sounds. Sí, 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 sí. Sí, 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 sí. Boy, did I get a whole lot of suggestions from my students on different types of silly sounds that we can make when we sing the song. One of the most popular ones was like baby. One of them that I think we're going to do is robot. I got a lot of people saying that they wanted robots. I heard a lot about dinosaurs, but I've got to say, I had a lot of students want to make unicorn sounds. What in the world does that sound like? I looked it up on my Google machine, and I heard a bunch of different sounds that Mr. Whitman can't make with his voice. I don't know what you want me to do. Unicorn? Is that just like horse sounds? Like, or nay? I don't really know. But I think unicorn should make like probably more magical sounding sounds than that. So, I don't know. So many unicorns, but I think that we'll say that unicorn's a great idea. But I don't know how to do that. So we're going to start with dinosaur. And what I want you to do is you can kind of pretend like you're your favorite dinosaur. Maybe you're Triceratops. And you know, Triceratops has 3 horns like this. So you can put your 3 horns up here. Or maybe you want to be a pterodactyl. And if you got enough space around you, you can like swing your big old arms around like you're flying through the sky. Or if you want to be like a little T-Rex. Because, you know, he's got his short little arms and his big old mouth, like Mr. Whitman. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make like a row, 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 row. Why'd you make me do that? All right, I'll get there. So we're going to go, my language is dinosaur. This is the way it sounds. And I'm going to go, row, 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 row. I'm going to make like roaring sounds. And you can make roaring sounds too, and you can act like your favorite dinosaur while we're over there. Do me a favor though. Don't just watch Mr. Whitman being a goofball. This is music class. Sing the song. All right, here we go. 1, 2, here we go. What is your language? Please tell me now. My language is dinosaur. This is the way it sounds. Roar, 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 roar. Roar, 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 roar. Now we're going to do robot. Now the cool thing about robot is there's 3 different ways to say yes in robot. You can say beep, you can say boop, you can say bop. So you can say beep, 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 or bop, 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 or boop, 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 boop. Or you can mix them all up. Beep, bop, boop, beep, boop, boop, bop, boop, beep. But the cool thing about robot is you can move like a robot every time you make a sound like this. Beep, beep, boop, bop, beep, bop, beep, boop, boop. But then You don't just have to freeze and be quiet. During the rest part, you have to freeze with your whole body, like your robot needs to be oiled and it's stuck in this position. Beep, beep, boop, bop, beep, beep, bop, beep. All right, here we go. Let's sing some robot. Then let's see some magic tricks, huh? Here we go. 1, 2, here we go.
What is your language? Please tell me now. My language is robot. This is the way it sounds. Beep, beep, boop, bop. Beep, 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 boop, bop. Beep, beep, boop, bop. Beep, bop. Beep, boop, bop.
All right, you guys stick around. I'm going to go get some cards. Let's play with some magic. Be right back. This week's magic trick is something that I just kind of discovered. You see, last weekend I had my nephew over, and I was kind of showing him some magic tricks, and then something magical just kind of happened, and I didn't really understand it. You see, I had this normal, ordinary deck of cards, and they were all mixed up and all shuffled up. You can see they're not in any special order. And then what happened is I did a magic trick where this 4 was the card that I used for this magic trick. And then the 4 just got like some magic stuck on it. And I couldn't get it to go away. And I started calling it like a sticky card because it was like, it had magic stuck all over it. And I just couldn't turn it back into a normal card. Let me show you what I mean. So I was like shuffling up these cards, shuffle, 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 all over the place, mixing the cards up. And then I went to do another trick, and I was surprised to see the 4. It was back. What are the chances of that? About 1 in 52, Mr. Whitman. So I mixed up the cards again. I said, all right, 4. Okay, let's try a different trick. And this time, we'll make sure we'll get you nice and buried, nice and good. And there's no way now that, okay, now pick a card right off the top, and it was the 4. It came right back. It was, and then I looked through all my cards. I'm like, they're not all 4s, are they? No, they're not all 4s. Well, then, how in the world did I get the 4 again? All right. So I was like, we'll shuffle them up a lot. So I started shuffling them, and I covered them with cards. And then I covered them with cards this way, over and over and over again. I even took cards from the bottom and splattered them on the top. I was shuffling. I was mixing them up, going all different kinds of directions. And then I finally said, all right, you better not again. Okay, pick a card right off the top. Oh, thank you. No 4. Finally, I can be free of the... Oh no, go away. So I went right back to shuffling and trying to bury it with cards. I was saying magic words at it. It wasn't working. In fact, I even at one time was just like, okay, no more 4s, no more 4s, no more 4s. And then, oh, the 4, it's back. Ah. This sticky card just wouldn't go away. So I just keep playing with these cards, and I hope at some point that the 4 leaves me. Oh good. It finally has. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you. Well, I don't know when I'll see you, but I'll definitely see my first graders coming up soon. Be good to Mrs. Moyer. Keep singing the song. Toodle!